Hello, I wanted to get in touch with as many people as possible at what is a difficult time for us all, but one when, with the announcement of public worship being suspended, it's very important that we remember we are a church family. I've been reminded of a story I read a couple of weeks ago, the time when Jesus made his disciples get into a boat and go ahead of him to the other side of the lake. Matthew's Gospel tells us that shortly before dawn, Jesus came to them walking on the water. The disciples found themselves in a situation they didn't choose, on a boat buffeted by wind and waves. The disciples experienced the unexpected. They thought Jesus was a ghost, and the disciples were terrified. Jesus' words to his disciples can speak to us today. Take courage, he says. It is I. Don't be afraid. We too find ourselves in a situation not of our choice, facing the unexpected. Many of us will be fearful and anxious. Some may even, like the disciples, be terrified. So what can we do, and how can we encourage one another? Jesus says, take courage. We can choose to trust in him and to face our fears, to be encouraged by him. Jesus says, it is I. We can remember who Jesus is and his power and authority over all things. Jesus says, don't be afraid. He knows our fears and what we need. Peter saw Jesus and, despite his doubts, chose to get out of the boat. He walked on the water until he took his eyes off Jesus, saw the wind, became afraid, and began to sink. In the midst of our fears about what may lie ahead in the days and weeks and months to come, when we keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, we will find that we can do things we didn't realise we had the courage and strength for. Jesus reached out for Peter and helped him. When we cry out to him, he will hear our prayers and help us. The world may be very different at the moment. We may feel as if the storm is going to submerge us. But Jesus' love will never fail. And when we hold on to his words, take courage, it is I, do not be afraid, we will be given what we need to face these times. God bless you all.